Welcome to BitMart's live AMA session with Vesper Finance. I'm Jason from BitMart, and today we have Jordan Kruger, co-founder of Vesper. Thank you for joining us, Jordan.
Thank you for having me.
If my articulation was unclear, Kruger is spelled K-R-U-G-E-R. I don't know if people make fun of your last name, but it should be a sin. A lot of people make fun of mine because it's just poor user design, horrible user experience. HSU, the CH silent, who knows? But seriously, guys, Google Jordan Kruger. The Vesper team has been very humble in submitting Jordan's bio. You'll find that she has been involved with multiple blockchain projects before she made Vesper Finance happen. You'll find other interviews she's done on Vesper's Medium blog. You'll find that she was also a speaker at Blockworks, BitGive, and most recently Mainnet 2021, where BitMart hosted a huge after party. And I have an unbiased opinion that our after party was very successful because I was the host. On BitGive and FinNote, you'll also see that under awards and recognitions, Jordan was named one of the 30 most influential and interesting women to follow in blockchain tech. I think that's all subjective because in my own little world, you're easily top 10. A little bit about Vesper Finance. Vesper Finance is a DeFi super app that offers a suite of professionalized yield optimizing products designed to make DeFi easier for institutions and individuals alike. The rules for the EMA have changed a little bit. We still have a few questions we've gathered beforehand that we feel would allow Jordan to tell us what Vesper is all about. You can start asking questions now, and we'll select up to 5 questions for Jordan to answer. After the AMA ends, the video will be posted on BitMart's YouTube live channel. If your question was selected, please comment the same question you asked under the video so we can get your rewards to you, and you'll get 20 USDT each. Now that's the first way you can participate. Ask good questions and get paid. The second way you can participate, submit a picture of yourself on Twitter, like that, over here, with this video playing in the background. You can see a sample here. Yes, it's me watching my own video when the office is empty. On some days, I'm full of myself, but on that day, the office was full of me. We'll be selecting 20 lucky winners, and you'll receive 10 USDT each. The third way you can participate, after this video is posted, tell us what you've learned or why you'll be using Vesper Finance in the comment section below. We'll select 25 relevant comments and reward them with 12 USDT each. Okay, now that's out of the way, let's get started. I'm looking at the first question. You know you have quality followers or users when they use vocabularies like impetus. So the first question is, what was the impetus behind creating Vesper Finance?
Thanks, Jason. So Vesper really came out of a lot of the team's experience. We have a very experienced team. We have team members who have been in the space for up to a decade. So we have Jeff Garzik, who is my co-founder. He was one of the first Bitcoin core developers. He was actually working with Satoshi. And so we have a lot of experience just in crypto. And we understand that there is a need really to make a better user experience. One of my greatest passions in the space is actually user adoption. And really the only way that we can start to do that is to make platforms and tools that really are going to easily allow users to participate. With Vesper, we were already very experienced in DeFi because we had the experience from our first DeFi project, Metronome, which launched in 2018. So our team was very much already in the space. We were using a lot of the tools, a lot of the Lego bricks in DeFi, and we saw in early 2020, the start of people starting to put these Lego bricks together. And what was happening was we saw the start of the yield farming. But what was very apparent is that it took a lot of time, a lot of effort, and really deep knowledge of crypto and of the tools that people are using. And this was something that was causing a lot of people just in crypto in general to be on the sidelines, just because they didn't have the knowledge, they didn't have the time, and also, quite frankly, there was a huge cost barrier to entry as well. And so Vesper came from really wanting to start to professionalize the space and really start to create a super simple, super safe platform that is going to have these tools that are these yield optimizing tools and pools. And this is what we set out to do. We have our first product that launched in February, which is our growth pools. And this is something where you can just deposit your crypto and earn interest in that crypto. It's super passive, and it's supposed to be similar to depositing and picking out your 401k. And so this is the first product that we launched. And then last week, we launched our second product, which is called Vesper Earn. And this is, rather than deposit your crypto and earn interest in that crypto, you're going to deposit your crypto and earn interest in something else. And this is something that we find super powerful because this means that you can start to do so much more with your yield. We call this programmable yield because the opportunities are endless for what you can do. And so really the why we created Vesper is to start to create that a platform that is very approachable for users.
Oh, great. Yeah, DeFi is definitely red hot right now. We just had another session with Now's Finance on Monday. So I think what people are curious about is what sort of separates Vesper from other DeFi ecosystems.
Yeah, and I think that that one comes back to what I was just touching on, which is the professionalism. Everything that we do is going to come back to how we can take a very professional approach. And the one place I think that you see this the most is in our product release. The approach that we take is very similar to what you see in other big finance or big technology companies, where it goes through a very rigorous process where we go through the internal testing, alpha testing, beta testing. Everything has received 2 audits before it ever hits production. And this is something that we will always do for all of our products. And it's very important to us. And so we keep this rigor up with our product release. And this is also the same approach that we take with all aspects of the platform.
Mhm. I think one thing a lot of DeFi ecosystems have failed to do is sort of lowering the barrier to entry. And I've always wanted to get my parents, their friends, the generation that has money to get into it. So how is Vesper bridging the gap between traditional finance and DeFi?
Yeah, and it's one where we find it super important. And what I'm really excited about is that traditional finance, for the first time since crypto was created over a decade ago, is wanting to participate. They're wanting to build the bridges just as much as we are, because DeFi offers so much more potential and so many new applications that traditional finance just doesn't offer. And what I think that we as an industry really need to do is figure out what those bridges look like that will offer users who are not comfortable using MetaMask or not comfortable using the crypto tools that we in the industry have just gotten so comfortable with,
Mhm.
what we can do to make the experience feel more like a traditional finance experience. And at Vesper, the way that we are approaching it is with opportunities such as what Blockforce Capital is providing. So Blockforce Capital is partnering with the Vesper DAO, and they have a DeFi hedge fund where they are going to actually offer users the opportunity to come in, participate through their fund, and they never have to actually go and deposit in a crypto wallet, but they still get exposure to Vesper. They still get the exposure to DeFi, but they're not having to actively manage their wallet.
Makes a lot of sense. And what does the future of DeFi look like from your perspective or from Vesper's lens?
I think nearest term, we are going to see a lot more in terms of the expansion onto new chains. Excuse me. Fall allergies are really getting me today.
Yes, we checked earlier, it's not COVID.
Yeah, no, it's fall allergies. I think that we're going to see the expansion of DeFi on new chains. We're already really starting to see this start to take off. And I think that it's just going to continue to grow, and we're going to start to see this multi-chain universe. And I'm excited about this because, as we were mentioning with why we created Vesper in the first place, it's really because we saw that there were barriers to entry. And we wanted to start to eliminate or reduce those barriers to entry. Unfortunately, right now, one of the biggest barriers to entry in DeFi is the cost. There's no way that we can ignore the cost barrier because a lot of the reason why I got into crypto in the first place is because of the opportunity for financial inclusion. I was immediately captivated by just the remittance use cases when Bitcoin first came around. And now with DeFi, I find it super empowering what we can do with DeFi. But what we've seen over the past year is that the gas costs are really starting to be a barrier to entry. And it's unfortunate. And we shouldn't expect users to have to pay $400 on a transaction in order to participate. It's going to limit participation greatly. I think that with having these new chains and the expansion of DeFi onto the L2 chains and also non-EVM chains, then we are going to start to increase the overall growth and the adoption of DeFi.
Wow. My follow-up question was going to be what are the barriers to entry in DeFi and how you guys plan on solving them, but you sort of answer that gas costs.
I think that's one of them. Yeah, I think that's one of them. But I'll follow on with Vesper is we are expanding onto more chains. But I think that it comes down to still with Vesper, we do see that there is still a need to simplify. And I think overall, the entire industry can do a better job with just the onboarding process into DeFi.
And I've read that Vesper emphasizes a lot of community involvement. How would you describe your community?
The community is extremely important for Vesper. The community is the ultimate decision maker and what is going to drive the growth and the overall direction of the platform. So the Vesper DAO, how you can participate is by depositing your VSP in the VVSP pool. And this will then allow you to vote on the improvement proposals. And we encourage the community to also create and write improvement proposals for anything from treasury updates to new pools and whitelisting new tokens for pools. And this is extremely important because the users are the ones who are going to be using the products and the new pools. And we really want to know, and it's a DAO. I mean, there's there's no other way to say it. So we need the DAO to be the ones that are going to be making these decisions and ultimately driving what the platform looks like.
Okay. Wow, you're really ahead of me. My following question was going to be, as someone from BitMart, after I buy more VSP tokens today, how can BitMart users get involved in your ecosystem? Yeah.
I mean, it's by going and depositing in the VVSP pool. This is going to then enable you to not just participate in the governance, but also by enabling you to earn a share of the recurring revenue. So the VVSP pool is how you are ultimately going to be a part of the community. But also, I really encourage the users to come and reach out and check out Vesper.finance and join our Discord and see how you can be not just a user, but how you can really be part of the community, be part of making those decisions. And if you do write a proposal, then if by all means, then you have to get onto our Discord and defend it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll start taking questions from our audience. We've got one from Roche. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Okay, I think this is more for me, but I'll turn around to you. It says, will BitMart start implementing some sort of insurance for a long-term investor? For instance, let's say we cooperate with Vesper Finance, then both companies lock money in a vault for and it gets cut off. I think on BitMart side, we're obviously always looking to build on that and expand on insurance, just making sure your funds are safe. Of course, we cannot we can't guarantee you don't lose money on any of your investments. And we can't give any investment advice, even though Vesper right here is a quality project. Maybe, I don't know if on the Vesper side you guys have some sort of insurance mechanism within your design that you could expand on.
So we have in the past, we partnered with Nexus Mutual for coverage. And so that's definitely an option. And probably, I think that's going to be the best answer for this this person's question. Okay. It doesn't really hit the BitMart side.
Yeah, that makes sense. Got a question from your finisher. Hi, Jordan. Do you have any questions for any plans for NFTs?
Oh yeah, we have our team definitely. We are NFT users, NFT holders, and we're looking into it, and we have some exciting plans. Ones that could be coming out soon, as well as ones that could be incorporated more into the overall use and platform. Yeah, I'm a big NFT fan myself.
Mm-hmm. I just started getting into it, but it's addicting.
It really is, yeah.
Yeah. We got one from Chilean. Please, how can we get to join the Discord community? Do you guys have a vanity URL link? I just want to plug here.
We do. I can get that for you.
Okay. We'll share that in the description after this video is posted. Yeah. Yep. We got one from Moses SCN. How long is the lock time for funds, and are there different lock periods?
So it's this for our grow pools. I'll answer it for the grow pools. When you deposit in the grow pools, there is no lock period. You can withdraw immediately. There is a withdrawal fee and a rebalance fee or a platform fee. So the withdrawal fee you would experience immediately, and then that is 0.6% on all pools that are in production.
Okay. I guess this would be the last and final question from William Openshaw. He's got a lot of typos. I'm roasting him because I know this guy. Where did the UFO influence come from in Vesper's graphic design on the Vesper site?
So that actually comes from the meaning of with Vesper. So Vesper also means evening star, not just a martini. And so we started to go with the space narrative because of the evening star meaning.
Gotcha. Well, that concludes our AMA session with Vesper. It's been short and sweet. Vesper has been available on BitMart since last month. To become a Bitmartian, visit bitmart.com, and to become a Vespernaut, I believe that's where the whole UFO and thing came in. Yeah, we need to be an astronaut to be on the moon. Visit vesper.finance. Let's all prosper with Vesper. Thanks, everyone.